Welcome to the second episode of the tale of the daughter of Buck Ettemsuch. This is what the witch did to the eldest sister and the other 6 sisters. You must begin, answered she, with the hand which struck my little sister. So the witch gobbled her up, and when the last scrap had disappeared, she came to the second and asked, "Where shall I begin on you, my fat bolster?" And the second answered, "You must begin on my mouth, which spat on my sister." And so on to the rest, and very soon the whole 6 had disappeared. And as the witch was eating the last mouthful of the last sister, the youngest, who had been crouching, frozen with horror, behind the barrel, ran out through the open door into the street. Without looking behind her, she hastened on, as fast as her feet would carry her, till she saw an ogre's castle standing in front of her. In a corner near the door she spied a large pot, and she crept softly up to it and pulled the cover over it, and went to sleep. By and by the ogre came home. "Fee, fo, fum," cried he, "I smell the smell of a man. What ill fate has brought him here?" And he looked through all the rooms, and found nobody. "Where are you?" he called. "Do not be afraid, I will do you no harm." But the girl was still silent. "Come out, I tell you," repeated the ogre. "Your life is quite safe. If you are an old man, you shall be my father. If you are a boy, you shall be my son. If your years are as many as mine, you shall be my brother. If you are an old woman, you shall be my mother. If you are a young one, you shall be my daughter. If you are middle-aged, you shall be my wife. So come out, and fear nothing." Then the maiden came out of her hiding place, and stood before him. "Fear nothing," said the ogre again, and when he went away to hunt he left her to look after the house. In the evening he returned, bringing with him hares, partridges, and gazelles, for the girl's supper. For himself he only cared for the flesh of men, which she cooked for him. He also gave into her charge the keys of 6 rooms, but the key of the 7th he kept himself. And time passed on, and the girl and the ogre still lived together. She called him father, and he called her daughter, and never once did he speak roughly to her. One day the maiden said to him, "Father, give me the key of the upper chamber." "No, my daughter," replied the ogre. "There is nothing there that is any use to you." "But I want the key," she repeated again. However, the ogre took no notice, and pretended not to hear. The girl began to cry, and said to herself, "Tonight, when he thinks I am asleep, I will watch and see where he hides it." And after she and the ogre had supped, she bade him good night, and left the room. In a few minutes she stole quietly back, and watched from behind a curtain. In a little while she saw the ogre take the key from his pocket, and hide it in a hole in the ground before he went to bed. And when all was still she took out the key, and went back to the house. The next morning the ogre awoke with the first ray of light, and the first thing he did was to look for the key. It was gone, and he guessed at once what had become of it. Watch out for the next episode to know what the ogre did to the little girl after it found out that she had taken the key to 7th room. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe and turn on the notification bell to receive the best of the tales to make up your day. See you in the next video.